Thought Weaving Revisited, reviewing to know what you know. I've been tinkering with Napkin for about 5 months now, and there's a dimension of it that has really had me puzzled, and I think I've finally understand it after I've talked to developers a couple of times. So I thought I would share what I think I understand at this point and see if it makes any sense to you. When you first open Napkin, it shows you a set of thoughts, and I have no clue as to where it starts, and and haven't been able to find out from anyone else where it starts. But that's neither here nor there at the moment. It starts somewhere, and you can come up here and you can search for something in particular if you're looking for something that's already supposed to be in there. And it searches for text and tags, and it's very well developed. Or you can enter a new thought and search and add tags to that, which is fine. Though once it shows you something, then the question is understanding what it is that it's showing you. These entries have a whole bunch of tags on them. So this is the thought that it's focused on at the moment. And the number of thoughts that it shows you depends upon how large your screen is. And the thoughts that it shows you are ones that it believes are related to the tags, the text, and things that you have not seen recently. So if you step through all of the existing tags on this item, you'll notice that some of the tags connect with the other thoughts and some of them don't. I have seen instances where none of the other thoughts connect with any of the tags. Though when I stop and spend time and actually look at the thoughts that it's showing me, it makes sense. I don't know. I've concluded that it's far smarter than I am, so I don't know how it makes sense of it, but it does. So that when I look at it, I end up making connections between things that I didn't realize were related, which is kind of awesome, I think, in terms of developing a sense of connections that I wasn't aware of based upon thoughts that I actually added to Napkin. Now, from this point, I can click on, well, if you mouse over these, you notice at the bottom it tells you how many of that particular tag there are in the data set or thought set, or what I've run out of ways to figure out what to call it. And you can click one of them, and you can then walk through that set of thoughts with that tag centered, and it will show you other thoughts that are related to it. So I go from this one to this one, though at the same time, if I simply click on this thought, it will then show me things that are related to this thought as opposed to based upon the tags alone. So if I just continue to click, it will continue to show me additional sets of thoughts which are related to this set of tags, this content, and things I haven't looked at in some period of time, which as I periodically throughout the day, I open Napkin and I start someplace and I just look at things and I look at the things that it's related to, and then I can say, well, this one's interesting. So now it will tell me what's related to that, and I can click it again, and it will tell me some other things and some other things, and it will just continue to do that. One other option is to come up here and have it show you this, and it will say, you didn't see some of your thoughts within the last month, start a review. It will then show you one, and you can walk through 10 thoughts that it pulled out of the set of content that you haven't seen in a month, And once you do it, something, right, in terms of my current data set, here's a warning that I think is appropriate. I did a test of what was it, Readwise, and I found out that Readwise just wasn't something that was for me, which is not something against Readwise. It's just it didn't fit with my particular set of thoughts. Though when I connected Readwise to Napkin, it imported 12 years worth of highlights from Kindle, which puts my thought set at almost 3,400 or 6,400 at the moment, which means there's a ton of content in here that I have to massage to some extent, like this designing experiences. What is this? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's delete. So I will continue to do that sort of for a long time. The other thing that I have arrived at is I no longer use the web scraper to actually highlight and import text into Napkin. I concluded that Napkin is supposed to be a synthesis of the thought that resonates with me from something that I read. And if it's meaningful to me, I should sort of figure out what it means to me and distill that down to its essence and type that into Napkin. When I look at the 12 years worth of highlights, I haven't looked at all of them, but a lot of them, simply importing highlights is meaningless. I mean, you don't remember what the context of the highlight was. You just got a piece of stuff. So I find that if I just find something that resonates and figure out what it means to me and then type that in my own words, it sticks better. It gives me a better understanding of what it was that I thought I understood. And maybe that's right and maybe it's not. Though at this point, it's working well. What I have figured out is the best thing is to slow down and think more about what I'm reading as opposed to just rapidly trying to get through it so I can get it off of my desk. And we'll see how that works out. So that's an aspect of Napkin that I think I understand at this point, and we'll see how the journey continues. Hope you found this of some interest, and I'll see you in another musing before too long. Bye.